What's up, everybody? 1 second. Let me just change. Okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? Pull up the chat. Hang on. Fabian. Fabian, what's up, bro? Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Charles. Charles Green, what's up, man? What's up, dude? Can everybody hear me okay? Let's see. Michael. Michael, thanks, man. Good vibes, bro. Thank you. Static Locks, I see you. Reg Lock. Omni Slash. Mac Mole. Appreciate it, everybody. How we doing? What's up, Sarita Johnson? How are you? YT, what's up, dude? Or ma'am? Jamil, Jazz, what is going on, everybody? Happy Friday to all. How's everybody doing? We got a lot to talk about today. Omid, what's up, dude? Ballroom, hello, hello. Christian, what it do, baby? Oh, Carm, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh, make it rain. Oh. I'm trying to read as many as I can. I thought you meant it was like a shitty day outside. My bad. My bad. My bad. Joe, good to see you live. It's good to see you in the chat, Joe. We go live every Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, every Friday. Prague man, what's good? Randy Williams, hey bro, love your videos. Thank you, appreciate it. Case Summers, DC in the building. Country Corey, what's up, Country Corey? Good to see you again, my friend. King James, appreciate it. Carlos Osorio, what up, dude? I remember you from a few weeks ago. What's up, man? What do you say? The Lakers' misery is so behind me and a relief. Bounce back next season. Yeah, I mean the whole series changed when AD got hurt. I'd be curious to see what happens. I happen to think that Phoenix would probably win, um, but it would have been way more competitive. At least the last two games would have. I mean, even as the final score was only 13, it felt like 25, honestly. But I'm glad it's behind you. Giomar Rivera, giving the deuces from Boston. What's up? Randy, happy Friday to you, my friend. Jennifer G, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the love, guys. Timon. Timon saying what's up from Germany. That's awesome, man. What part of Germany you in? Charles Green just finished making dinner. Bro, where are you? Where are you? It's 1 o'clock here. Where are you at, bro? Randy Williams from St. Thomas. That's awesome. Go Chi, you're doing great, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my guy. Love it. Country Chorus, it's sad the Lakers lost. LeBron is about to get toasted by Skip. Bro, who cares? Man, screw that dude. Who cares? Skip literally made $5 million a year and cashed out just to be the LeBron hater. I wouldn't even worry about his takes. Seriously, do not stress, do not worry. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters with that guy. All right. There's like two things you're gonna get. You're gonna get Cowboys love and LeBron hate and Tebow love, and that's about it. That's literally it. Literally. So I wouldn't even worry about it, bro. Carr gets the second jab. Yahoo! It's awesome. Oh, go away's in London. Okay, got it. Got it. Understood. Might be, might be. Mr. NM True 505. I think this is the first time seeing you in the chat. Welcome, my friend. What's good from New Mexico? Bro, I mean, like, look, obviously you know about this. The only time I went to New Mexico was when we were driving through, we stopped in Santa Fe, and that place is dope. That place is awesome. And I know it's probably becoming like super touristy for the New Mexicans, but still, that place was cool. It was really cool. Let's see. Caleb has a funny comment. Hang on. Ito Shapira, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you too. Shulin Edery, also from Boston. Progman coming from Philly. Dahmer Dome, hey, I love your channel. Oh, I didn't know you go live every Friday. I know now. Hell friggin' yeah, you do. Every Friday. Every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Mario Drake, gotta hear Friday Live Rick and Big Rick Energy on a Monday on Twitch. See, that's what I'm talking about. The free plugs everywhere. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Every Monday, in case you guys didn't know, every Monday I go live on Twitch from 5:30 Pacific to about 6:50 Pacific, and we like play games and stuff. It's great on the TYT Twitch channel. That is. Lucy, thanks for the comment. To Zahn Harris, first time catching the live. Welcome, welcome every Friday. Omni brought up a really good comment, which we should all talk about for a little bit. Which is Omni says Dame to LA. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen. My guess is he goes to an Eastern Conference team because he's seen how cruel the West can be, and it's a much easier road. However, if Dame does ask for a trade and he gets out of Portland, I know there will be some fans who are like really ticked, and they're allowed to have those sort of emotions when they are so incredibly attached to a franchise. At the same point, where would you have been without Dame? You didn't draft Kevin Durant. You took Greg Oden. It changed the entire trajectory. You landed Dame. You had a good run. This has also been something that we've talked about every single season and off season, where it's like Dame or CJ, Dame or CJ. I do think they can play together. They just needed the third guy. They just needed the third guy. They don't have it. So if he's done in Portland, I can't blame him. But fuck, man, it was a hell of a run. Seriously, hell of a run. Jawan Smith Bell, appreciate the 50. What's up, man? Are you excited for the Chicago Bears upcoming season? I am. I'm really, really, really pumped. Do I think they're gonna be like a playoff team? No, but do I think they're gonna be promising? Yeah, for sure. For sure. I said this on a previous stream. Like Andy Dalton's probably gonna start 2 to 4 games, and then Justin Fields is gonna go in there. And by the way, Nick Foles is this on Twitch now? No. Nick Foles is like cashing in as the third stringer. And it's not even his fault. It's Ryan Pace's fault. It's Ryan Pace's fault. Charles Green, I'm from PA. Wanted to finish dinner early so I can relax my Friday afternoon. Bro, what is going to be your fifth meal then, Charles? It's 4:11 on the East, bro. I mean, I think that's awesome. Early dinners are the best. Carlos asked me your thoughts on Coach K's retirement, Rick. Okay, so it's been going around and, like, people will caption it with their own tweet, but on Twitter, there is that video of Coach K doing his final press conference, right? And it's that song that's like, "Every time we touch, I get this feeling." Like, that's a Duke thing. They've been doing that for years and years and years, so it doesn't surprise me. I'm just giving a little, like, backstory to that. My thoughts on Coach K's retirement is totally biased because I went to the same high school as John Shire. I am the same age as John Shire. I saw his incredible runs in high school where he took our high school to state 3 out of 4 years. He was awesome. Won a national championship at Duke. I was at that Final Four. I went to IU. The Final Four was at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, so about 40 minutes from Bloomington, the campus. Um, I can tell you that Duke is in great hands. John Shire was the lead recruiter. He landed Jason Tatum to provide a name. Um, and if you get Coach K's blessing, it shows how groomed and ready you are. So, my thoughts on Coach K's retirement is looking more so at like the next guy. And I know John's going to succeed. He's going to do great. He's going to do like wonderful things. Am I saying that he's going to win immediately? No, of course not. I don't think you should put that sort of pressure on any first year coach, but I do think that he's going to be really, really, really successful. And he was incredible in high school. Like, he dropped 48 in a super sectional. Like, he was incredible. He was a one man show. Fuzzy Wuzzy says, and the Tim Tebow lover and I think the Cowboys pay him just to talk about Skip. Got it. Michael Lawson, athletes don't need the media anymore with social media being that they can go straight to their fans. That's not completely true because what you're doing is discarding the middle-aged to older generation. And when I say older, let's just say like our parents who watch sports religiously. And I'll give you a fine example. My dad. My dad and I grew up watching sports. Okay. That's how I got so into sports. My mom, obviously, too. But the main point is my parents are sports fanatics. Okay. They will watch everything and anything, but they don't have social media. So they do rely on those press conferences. So while I agree with what you're saying about athletes don't need the media anymore, they still do. Your comment is obviously in regards to Naomi Osaka. There's a big difference though between like addressing not the issue, talking about her mental health and the media. There is a way to go about this. I've been in those press rooms. It can be really intrusive. It can be really tense. You could cut the tension with a knife in some of those rooms, okay? And here's another thing that people need to think about, okay? Is the racial dynamic between athlete to media. The media, it's changing for the better. But in the past, think about this. Baseball clubhouse, right? Vladimir Guerrero, when he's with the Expos, would have a good game or he'd have a shit game. Think about all the people that are have a microphone in their hand asking a really intense question and then sticking it in his face. Clubhouses are 98% white. Media is very white. It's something we got to do better with. Unfortunately, a lot of the gatekeepers are that same race. So we're getting there. However, I'm just speaking from experience. Those press rooms are really tense, man. Imagine going up there with people you don't really have a relationship with, and they think they know everything about you, and they're just gonna let loose, and they don't give a shit, okay? That's tough. That's tough. Mike Conley, when he was being interviewed by Bleacher Report, said they were talking about fan to athlete interactions. And the piece was about when was the first time you heard the N word? It's a great piece. I highly recommend it. I think it was from last summer. And he said, they just don't view us as human beings. They view us as this thing, but we're not considered human. A lot of times I feel like with the intensity of questions, some media do not view athletes as people. I don't know how to categorize what they think without asking them, but it's just my own feeling on this. So, an long-winded Q&A. Yes, they do have Instagram. They do have Twitter. They do have Facebook. They do have TikTok. But, like, is every sports fan gonna be on those looking for Dennis Schroeder to hold a live press conference? No, because a lot of these newsmen and women work for smaller publications or they work for the biggest. So, yes and no. Yes and no. Adama Kamara said, "Love the Shambhala bracelets. Thank you." Zed, Zed got the second jab, feeling it. Nice, man. Love it. Michael, thank you for the 10. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 10. Keep up the good work. What up? We salute you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much love. Appreciate it. I'm so behind on comments. I'm sorry. I'm trying to react to all of these. Uh let's see. P Coat, what's up, dude? Um Mad Max, Gaz. What is up, y'all? Tell him to come to the Heat, says Tyson. Mario says Dame to New York only because of ESPN. Could be. Carlos's comment is actually really good. Dame will be recruited to Miami. That's a really, 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 really good comment. Salvador, what's up, dude? Timon said Lakers got no assets for Dame. I agree with that. TG says Dame to Dallas, and we win again. Period in all caps. Maybe. I see him going to the East. You want to look at the LeBron effect, okay? And I understand it's LeBron, but he chose the harder route. You put the Lakers up against the Bucks. Tell me which way you lean. You put them up against Boston. Tell me which way you lean. Dame should go to the East. Let's see. Portland needs a big man to succeed. I've been saying that for years, Omni. Years. Ali Star said, I heard something about how they might trade for Karl Anthony Towns. I saw that too. I don't know. It came from Stephen A. Yash said they either trade CJ or trade Dame. Yeah, my whole way of framing this was if Dame asks to be traded from Portland, where does he go? And my main comment, in case you tuned in a little late, was like, you had a really good run with Dame. Like a really good, solid run. And it might be time. It just might be time. And I can't blame him. I can't blame him. Carlos said Dame and Luca. Damn, that would be scary. It would. It would. Lucy said, "Hey, from the next neighborhood over from where Jank had his studio, excuse me, in PA." Oh, that's awesome. That's super cool. I said, "Love your videos, bro." Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Which team in the West has the best chance to make the finals? Obviously, the Jazz. They came out the strongest, but you never know. Second round, we'll see. That was New Jersey Nets who asked that question. Thank you for the question. Carlos says, "I say Westbrook, Dame, Butler should get together in Miami." I don't think Russ is really. I don't know. I'm not gonna rule it out. I'm not gonna rule it out. Let's just look. Has he had a player option? Let's check out Basketball Reference. Uh, bro, that's a no. It's not gonna happen. So Russell Westbrook is at 41.3 this year, 44.2 next year, and then he has a player option for 47, which he will 100 million% opt into. Here are my numbers. This is from Basketball Reference. Wait, there we go. There's no way. There's no way he opts out of that contract, man. What I'd personally like to see is Bradley Beal get traded to the Lakers. Now we're talking. But again, I mean, who can they possibly give up? All right, I'm very behind here. Let's see. Randy said, "What do you think about college football players finally getting paid?" Love it. Needed. I don't remember who tweeted it, but like everyone was celebrating um the Coach K retirement news. And like, yeah, we should. Like, obviously, he had a phenomenal run. But someone tweeted, "Man, Coach K had a great career off the backs of unpaid labor." And it is true. It is accurate. It is true. Okay? Yeah, they made a killing. Every school, every coach, every athletic director, everybody. They made tons of money off these kids. So, how do I feel about it? I love it. What I don't love is in the Georgia, definitely Georgia, I think in the Mississippi bill too, that said a certain percentage goes back to the school. That's a no-no. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. No. Absolutely not. No. If institutions are making mega, mega, mega millions every single year off the backs of these kids, why should they have a say over an autograph signing or an Instagram post with how much they take away from that person? I think that is a beyond fucked up amendment in it. And hopefully it'll be amended, honestly. No kid should have to give up 60%, whatever the number is. I'm blanking on the number, whatever it is. They should not have to give up a dime. A dime. Because think about how many dimes the school has got off those kids for years. The whole thing, what was it Bates, I think? What's the dude's name who created the student athlete narrative? Baton or Bates? The hell was that guy's name? Warren Bates? Blanking on his name. There was a really great documentary on like what student athlete is. I think it was about 3 years ago or maybe 4 years ago on Netflix. I highly recommend everybody checks it out. Truly enlightening. Great documentary. The student athlete narrative is bullshit. It should it should first off just be athlete. Okay? It should be athlete. So that's how I feel about it, Randy. Don't love it. That I love that they're getting paid. I don't love that the school has the potential to take dollars out of an Instagram post. Like, that's insane. That's insane. I know a lot of people will be like, "Well, schools would be the kids would be nowhere without the schools." It is a two-way fucking street. Two-way street. You cannot make the argument, okay, that, "Well, they'd be nowhere without the schools." Okay, fill those stadiums. Fill those stadiums without having RJ Hampton. Fill those stadiums without Cade Cunningham. We're trying to see the best talent and the best players. I hate it. All right. Let's see. Carlos said there's a reason beast mode was the way with the media. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I get it. Yeah, what's up, Michael Lawson? I'm 55. Appreciate your perspective and insights. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you for watching. It's super cool, man. And Michael gave the 15. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's see. Charles says, have a bit of leftovers from yesterday for a later snack. I'll last the rest of the night. As a Nets fan since '08, looking forward to this Nets Bucks series. That is going to be juicy. Country Corey gave the 10. Appreciate it, Country Corey. Let's see. Your in-depth insight on sports and politics is refreshing and speaks to the elephant in the room style topics, I assume, that society refuses to address. I truly appreciate your fearlessness. Thank you. I'd literally be nowhere without you guys. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Seriously, we would be jack shit without you guys. All right, let me go back up. Sorry, I'm not trying to skip anybody's comment. Hang on. New Jersey Nets said Westbrook and Dame might not be a good backcourt on a team, though. Charles Green, also love your content. Thank you. Thank you. Dante said, I want the Mavs to win personally. Doncic deserves a ring. He'll get one at some point. Yo, Caroline Cruz, what's up? Caroline, love this channel with a heart emoji. How sweet. Let's see. Martin B, great work. Really enjoy your shows. Thank you. Thank you. Elliot Gonzalez, pro athletes are human beings first. Snap it up. Good comment. TG, athletes have always been on, I'm sorry. TG, athletes have always spoken out on social issues. Media folks like Laura Ingraham, the witch, would not take issue as long as athletes agree with them. Hashtag double standard, 100%. So if you haven't seen it, check out our video of when we discussed the differences between LeBron and Kevin Durant when they were talking to Carrie Champion for that Uber piece when Laura Ingraham told LeBron and Kevin, you're good players, but millions voted for Trump to be their coach. That one. So she says, she does a shut up and dribble thing, right? And then when Drew Brees says, kneeling during the anthem is bad. Kneeling during the anthem is wrong. Laura Ingraham was like, well, he's a person. We should listen to him. Different energy, man. Different energy. Byron Stewart, what's up, dude? Guys, where in England are you from? I'm curious. Andre, I love you, but that trade doesn't work, my man. Dame to the Lakers, send Andre to Portland. That no one wants Andre Drummond. Maurice, hey, how are you? Maurice, I'm good, man. How are you? Malcolm Johnson, love your channel, fam. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Fancy pants. I think it's time for Dame to start the chase and fast. What is that? Put me on. Put me on. Do you think Westbrook is overhated. Yes, absolutely. And who has that? Omni slash said, "Do you think Westbrook is overhated?" Um, yeah, for sure. Um, what I hate about it is they use his fire against him. Like Cray 97 literally just said something terrible, which shows you everything. Uh, by the way, Russell Westbrook he served as executive producer of a documentary that is on the History Channel about the Tulsa Massacre. He is a charitable person. His wife is super awesome, love each other, super supportive, never in trouble. But yeah, that's the guy you dump popcorn on. Sure. I hate it. I hate the backlash that he gets because he's literally a fiery player. And guess what? If he was on your team, you would love the fire. Love it. He also doesn't ask to be hated and despised. He's not going out there making like risque Charles Barkley like comments all the time. He's just a fiery player and people despise him. And the whole thing with Stephen A was so wrong and backward. Where he's like calling out Russ's wife. Like, come on, man. So short sighted. Or maybe it was just a really slow news day and it's an easy target because Stephen A knows how much fans hate Russ. That's it. So do I think he's overhated? That's a fuck yeah from me. Mario says, Rick, the serious question that needs to be asked is Stephen A out of pocket talking down to athletes, or is players like Kwame Brown and former players have the right to stand up? So let me address the latter first. Every athlete always has the right to stand up and say something and defend themselves. Do I agree with some of the language that Kwame's used? No, no. But do I think that Kwame has the right to stand up for himself because he's literally been shit on 24/7 and coined one of the biggest busts in the world? Yeah. And you know who benefited from talking all that shit about Kwame? Stephen A. Smith. So yeah. Let's see. Who do you think the Pelicans draft? I don't know their position yet. Gotta wait and see. How come Rick's never had a partner presenting with him? We did, and then we uh, slimmed down as a company, unfortunately. And this is just the format now. It's unfortunate. I had a lot of fun in the studio with those guys. Beautiful Beagle. The bees are smaller, aren't they? No. That first bee looks less boldy, though, right? Yeah. Okay. I love your videos and the way you word things. You're very smart. I am not smart. I am not smart at all. Let's see. Dahmer Dome. I hope I pronounced that correctly. As an African American, to hear your comments are refreshing and you get it. I told my sons to watch you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Much love to you and your family. Michael, thank you for the 5. Michael Nielsen, thank you. Rick, how did you get political? What started it? I've asked myself that question a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I think I've always been. It just became more of um, being comfortable with my views. Um, you know, I said this about the Israel-Palestine thing a few weeks ago. Like, I'm from a town that is predominantly Jewish, and like to speak out against uh, the Israeli government, not Jewish people, obviously, but the Israeli government was like, um, it was disappointing to see where people stood on this issue. Um, but like, I think that's also part of it, which is like a form of intimidation where people don't really want you to speak out. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know. Let's see. What is the max y'all think he should be making exactly? Asked Golden Infinity. Of Dame? Of Russ? Who are we talking about here? Let me know. I'd love to answer that question. Let's see. Jalonzo Bateman. Yo, thank you. Thank you for the 5. Dame to Washington for 2 first rounders. I don't know what their draft is, um, but I still don't think they'd do it. You're losing a lot. Dame's gonna put them in the playoffs. You know, you're getting 2 first round picks, but like, how valuable would they actually be? You know, I don't. I don't think they'd be that valuable. Let's see. Hang on, I'm not trying to skip any comments. Ying Yang said Dame should go to the Sixers. That would be fucking deadly. It's not gonna happen, but oh my god, that would be awesome. Nab Toon said your content is awesome, man. Love from South Africa. That's super cool. Where in South Africa are you? I'd love to know. Yeah, I keep seeing these. Dame should go to the Lakers. Dame should go to the Lakers. Dame is staying in Portland. Stop it. It again, it was more of like, yo, if he's done in Portland, it was a great run. It was a phenomenal run. East London? All right, so I mean, call me crazy, but isn't East London London? Or am I going nuts here? Right? Or is there an East London, South Africa? I don't know my South Africa geography all that well, bro. I mean, I could just Google it. Have a fucking computer in front of me. East London, South Africa. Oh shit, that is a city! Yo! Bro, mubby. It's 10:40 and you're watching me on a Friday? That fucks with you. Let's see. All right, I'm looking at the map. Oh man, East London is probably beautiful. I know nothing about South Africa. Like very, very little. How far is that from Joe? Is that far? Cape Town looks far. Yeah, I know nothing about South Africa, but thank you. I'm not gonna bore everybody. All right, let's see. Let's see. Joseph P says, I love Rick and that he supports the LGBTQ community. Always, bro. Always. If you do not fuck with the LGBTQ community, I do not fuck with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't mess with you. Your views are skewered. I think your ass backwards. I do not fuck with you. Don't get it twisted. Just people, man. We're just people. That's it. We're just people. We are all people. As Dr. Gene would say, there's only one race, the human race. That's it. Got to root for each other. Let's see. What age is too young to watch your channel? I don't think there's any age. What do you mean? Am I supposed to like what do you mean? I don't understand. I been working on it. But like basically I was told to not swear on any of our pieces. So I don't. Um I can do this and I could do it on the Twitch show, but like I don't know. What I can't even really like yeah, like there might be one thing that's like for mature audiences, but all of this is stuff that I would hope that they would be learning in class and shit. I don't know. I mean, I personally don't think that there's any age limit. What age is too young to watch too? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just kidding. Progman, probably Dame going on 76ers. There would be a conflict. Who would bring up the ball, Simmons or Dame? Well, I'd move Dame off the ball. And then late game, you have Dame bring it up. That's how I view it. Because, like, no one's guarding Ben Simmons, man. No one's guarding him. Phenomenal player. Phenomenal defensive player. Late in game, just have him bring it up. Who you got, Mavs or Clips tonight? I don't know. I've been thinking about this a lot, Ying. I don't know. Probably Dallas, but I don't know. I like I it's weird. Like everyone hates on Paul George and like I find myself rooting for him because I hate how much he gets shit on. And like yeah, there are times where he should get shit on. Like last year in the bubble, they were bad. They were terrible. If LeBron had a Kawhi PG like performance in the second half, like they had a few games in the playoffs in the bubble last year, oh, he would get destroyed. I do find that like there's a different there's a different energy with Kawhi and PG where they're given a slightly longer leash, but it's weird. I find myself. Did you see LeBron dance salsa dancing? I did, and then I also saw Jay Crowder do it. Yeah, I find myself rooting for PG because he just gets shit on by NBA Twitter continuously. Dame to the Clippers is a championship contender. And then Jalonzo Bateman said Dame to the Clippers. Uh, both are good. I like those. Joseph P says, "Thank you ever so much for your response. You made my day. Every Friday, man. Every Friday, we're here." Oh, beautiful Beagle. Don't be confused. You're in your teens. I think that's great. Get involved. Be part of grassroots initiatives. If you lean heavily left like I do, where I don't think that money by I know it's like almost like buzzwordy at this point, but it still stands true. If you are like me, where you think mega billion dollar corporations should not be using politicians as props to pass their agendas, then try to do something about it, man. And I'm not saying what I'm doing is great. I'm just saying I'm trying. So if you're passionate about somebody in your district that's running for Congress who is against money in politics, do everything you can to not only support them but get them elected. But I think it's wonderful that you're like in your teens and watching me and watching TYT and you're probably watching Majority Report with Sam Cedar. You probably watch Michael Brooks' show. You're probably watching The Bituation Room with Francesca Fiorentini. You're looking at Jacob and Mag. I mean, like all this stuff. There's so many resources. I'm just gonna line this up real quick. There's so many resources, and so many ways of getting progressive news, which I think is phenomenal. So I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful. What was the turning point for you to stand up for racism? Like, probably when I was younger and had black friends. I don't really know how to answer that question. I mean, it's just a matter of right and wrong. Eric Rivera, Dame to Celtics for Jalen Kemba, multiple first rounders. They would never do that. I think the Celtics are going to be really good when Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are healthy. They've already proven it. Thoughts on KSI? What's he in the news for? I have no idea. Do you watch any soccer? Asked Leonardo. Of course, I was watching Portugal Spain a little bit ago before we came on. Gaz said Americans sometimes seem to have a weird relationship with cursing slash swearing. Can you give me an example? I didn't even think about it as weird. I just thought about it as like I'm not happy I do it. It's just how I express myself, I suppose. Will the Bulls finally take a step forward with a full season of Levine and Vooch and a more mature P. Will and Kobe? Kobe's got to make the jump, bro. Who asked that question? Raymond Stone. Thank you for the question. Kobe's got to make a humongous jump this year. He's also got to put on like 15 pounds of muscle. He's rail thin. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but he can't consistently hit three, like, for example, the upper echelon of like Trey and Dame. Um, so, uh, yeah, I mean, I thought that they would be like the 10 seed this year. That's definitely what they should shoot for next year. But I do think Patrick Williams is going to be really good, really good. And so I was home last week for a wedding, right? And I was at my parents' house. My pops and I were just watching basketball, and we were just talking about how much the Bulls sucked under Gar Forman and John Paxson. If you look at their track record of picks, they have almost nobody from when they took over the team. And I know it was like a 12-year run or 10-year run or something like that. However, Arturas Karnisovas inherited very, very little. It's going to take some years. The Jim Boylan firing, Billy Donovan hiring sequence was very good. Respectability with the head coach. You're not going to see Zach LaVine roll his eyes a ton. You know, it was Jimmy Butler when he was with the Bulls. Jim Boylan called a play, and Butler looked at him like, the fuck? No, we're not doing that. Because everyone in Chicago knew that Jim Boylan was a terrible, terrible ass backwards hire. Karnisovas inherited almost nothing. It's going to take some years, but I think they make the playoffs next year, if not the play-in. What I also thought was weird was on a broadcast, Mike Breen said that the stats from the play-in games don't go towards the playoffs, which I also think is bad. Because basically you're saying, well, you're not playing for anything. We're not going to keep track of it, but we're playing to get in the playoffs. The play-in game is, for me, the playoffs. Just how I feel. Did I see LeBron walking up court last night? I did. Yeah, William and I see eye to eye on this. If Dame is being moved, he is being moved to the East. I agree. Go to the East, dude. Go to the East. Do not fuck with the West anymore. You did your time. Just go to the East. All these guys should go to the East, bro. Joshua Howard, don't sleep on the deepest, excuse me. Don't sleep on the deepest team in the playoffs. Hawks. I like the Hawks. I mean, if that Mike Budenholzer, like, what was it, 2014, 2015 team, if they didn't run into LeBron, I really like that team. They just ran into Bosh, Wade, and LeBron. So, yeah. Denise said Dame to the Lakers would be better. Yeah, I mean, it would be great. I just don't see an avenue. Uh, who's commenting at Rebel HQ? Who is that? Follow our other channel, Rebel HQ. You'll see a ton of great work from Adrian Lawrence, David Schuster, a bunch of contributors who are putting in so much work and so much time on Rebel HQ. Is Kuzma done in LA? Probably. Probably. Bad series. I think I saw something at like between Shooter, Kuzma, Morris. Between those four guys, they all shot under 30% from three. It's a bad series. 88 said LeBron needs to leave. He ain't leaving. As my father-in-law would say, ain't happening. Runson Alexander said, hey man, like your content. The only one I disagree with is trans playing against women. I have no hate, but logically, don't you think there should be studies to see if there is an advantage? I mean, look, man, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but I don't think you're reading the studies. I don't think you're trying to read them. Because it's pretty clear there is no competitive advantage. If you go through the procedures, a trans woman's levels are lower than that of a regular woman. So I preface this by saying I'm not trying to be a dick here. We have done the work. We have put it out there. I'll do it again if you want me to next week. But this is not a discussion. So I'm bringing this to an end, and I'm not going to address this again because we've done it a lot. So and like, here's the thing, man. This is not a hot take here, all right? But look, it's very clear. Did anyone see that episode of John Oliver where he talks about black people's hair? At the end of the episode, he has on 3 black celebrities. And they're like, hey, you probably just watched this episode. And if you have any questions, here's something that you can do. Don't go asking your black friend. Google it. You have Google, right? Google it. And I'm not trying to single out Runson Alexander. I'm just trying to make this very clear. Bro, look at the studies. You can Google it. That's it. I'm not going to address this again. Scott Gray said, hi, Rick. What's up, dude? Happy for you to see your viewership climbing and climbing. I remember stumbling by your channel, maybe just after you started. I admire you. You have supporters like this old dude. It's my heart, man. Thank you. Richard said, I'm upset that I missed the best part of Michael Brooks. I didn't know when he died since I was young and just started watching Leftist. That's how I feel. Like, he was on Majority Report for a while, and like, I caught the clips of his Israel Palestine stuff and also him like shitting on Dave Rubin, which everyone should 100% do. but I also felt like I missed it. Like, and that's why we have YouTube. Like, I remember seeing someone say that in the comments of, like, a random video, like, it was like an old sports highlight, right? And they're like, "YouTube is the literal time machine." So true. So true. LD with the 5. What up, LD? I love watching your clips, Rick. Have you seen MLB live stream? No fan comments allowed. What do you think? I did not know that they didn't allow fan comments, but it also doesn't surprise me because they know and they have a good idea of what the comments will be. So, we don't turn off comments, obviously, but my assumption would be they would get trolled like crazy of like, "Well, this is boring. This is sad, man." And like, yeah, that would probably hurt viewership. So I guess I'm just not surprised. What I also found interesting was that Bob Brenly made that comment on YouTube Live because YouTube was carrying that Mets Diamondbacks game for free. Not a good look. We have a clip coming today on that. But Richard, I hear you. To Richard's comment, I hear you. But go back and watch TMBS. Watch it. It's great. It's a horrible glare. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. What? 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 Whatever, screw it. You can see what it is. Let's see. Indigo Ace. I don't know much about pro sports, but I love your channel. Thanks for what you do. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But, like, here's the thing, man, like, we're not trying to, like, talk about box scores anymore. It's just not how we roll. I feel like there's more to life than, if Mike Trout hits a game-winning home run. Very important. Not saying it I'm not downplaying it at all. What I'm saying is there is more to the world of sports than who wins and loses on a certain playing field, court, rink, etc. That's it. And that's what I'm trying to show. Raymond said, "Thanks for the response. I'm a Bulls fan living all alone here in San Francisco." Well, this is for you, my friend. Crap. Hang on. 1 second. Ugh. There you go. Look at this shit, dude. This is goated. This is old school, super old school snapback. What does it say on there? I have no idea. There's something on the back there. What brand is this? Doesn't even say. That's how old it is. I mean, this is so old school and so cool. I love this. This is one of my favorites. It kept falling off here, so I said, screw it. Like, it's fine. All right. That one's for you, Raymond. Line this up. Okay. Nectali Perez, love the vinyl in the back. Midnight Marauders is one of my top favorite hip hop albums of all time. Top 3 for me. Same. Mackenzie Callahan, day 3 of the campaign for a Rick and Waz Sports Hour. Where were days 2 and 1? Why didn't I know about this? You gotta holler at me. I'm on that train. I'm gonna have him on the Twitch show though at some point because I fucking love his energy. Are you a part-time DJ? I ask because of the wax on the walls, or is it for aesthetic purposes? What? There's wax? Where's wax? I'm not a DJ. I've never been a DJ. I handle the aux real well in a car. Where's the wax? Said Eli. What are you talking about, bro? Is this a term that I'm not familiar with? I feel old. Ying Yang says, shout out to SF. No question. GNX Productions with the fire. Thank you. All right, let me go back up. I'm not trying to miss any comments here. Hang on. Did someone thank you for the 2 from I Can Never Switch, Not a Day in My Life. Hey, how many players are on a football team? 53? Isn't it the final 53? Is that a trick question? When are you talking? Like, there are different times throughout the season, you know? Yo, who is commenting for Rebel? Who is that? Reveal yourself. Let's see. Keen Eye says cursing releases the filthy toxins within. I suppose I agree. Gaz, and in the US, people seem to get very offended by swearing/cursing. Only the prudes. Omni says Ronaldo or Messi. Neither. Sadio Mane. How do you see the Warriors offseason going? Well, because they're going to get Clay back. Literally all that matters. Ying Yang says Julio coming to the 49ers. Wishful thinking. I think it is. I think it is. I love Julio, though. New Jersey Nets said on Monday it's going to be 29 years since former New Jersey Nets superstar Drazen Petrovic died. Is that true? For real? June 7th. Wow. Wow. And June 7th is a week from my birthday. Holly said, I didn't hear what happened to the guy who threw the object at Kyrie the other day. Did he get any punishment? Yes, he's being arraigned in court. And it was a water bottle that he chucked. And like, dude, let's just be real about this. Do not ever throw anything at an athlete ever. Never do it. Don't ever think about it. I don't know who said it, but I agree with it. That the fan whose name is Cole Buckley, should never be allowed in an arena ever again. Ever. Sorry. Sorry if I'm being harsh on fan violence. Rebel said, have you watched any of Levitar's 24-hour show today? I have. It's been great. Really, really great. Let's see. Cordell Adams said Damon Boston could work because they have the assets to trade for him. I agree with that. I just don't know. I don't know if he could go to Boston. I'm not sure. Cortez said, I respect what you do, man. Keep up the hard work with the 100 emoji. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. Don Lovato said, breaking news, Frank Vogel will be the Celtics' new head coach. What? I don't see that. But let me check. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, there's nothing on that, my friend. Don't see it. Okay, keep moving. Did you see that MMA fighter crack the skull of the woman? She said she never felt something like that before. No, I did not. I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's see. Ying Yang says, I'm a Daily Show alum. I miss Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart was awesome. Um, my wife never saw The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Like, she saw clips, obviously, here and there. And there was like, it was a few weeks ago where we just like binged old Jon Stewart clips. He's so good. His delivery is so good. His timing is so good. It's great. He's great. Oh, Zach. Zachary Fluke said, rest in power, Michael Brooks. Here come the fields again. Seriously. Too soon, man. Ozia A said, that's my favorite Tribe Called Quest album in the back. The Kaepernick figurine is dope. It is awesome. I got this for like $60. I don't remember off of what, but yeah, this is phenomenal. Bobblehead. I love it. That might be my favorite, aside from my grandfather's old pipe. Rick, what team in the Big Four leagues do you think most deserves a better ownership group? I personally think the Buffalo Sabres. Huh. That's a really good comment. Who do I think deserves better ownership? Honestly, maybe the Cowboys. I'd say the Cowboys are up there. Sabres are definitely up there. New Jersey Devils are up there. Manchester United's up there. I'm sorry, Big Four. Big Four. Um, Washington football team, 100%. Dan Snyder is the worst. It's a really good question. Who asked that question? Mackenzie Callahan. I've listed a few. Um, did I give a baseball team yet? I don't think I did. Tampa Bay Rays. I got yeah. George Dolan, James Dolan. You mean James Dolan? Ozzy. Okay, Black Star album, love it. Appreciate it. Ariel B. Estrada says, where are you from? I am from the state of Illinois, north side of Chicago. GNX, Big Rick. Love your content, bro. Keep doing what you do. Absolutely will. Joshua Howard, Julio to the Steelers for Najee Harris. Nah. Mario Drake said, I need Rick to check out the Czarface and MF Doom for his thoughts as a hip hop head after seeing the Black Star album. Will do. Will do. What is your views on how soccer has evolved in the U.S. since the last World Cup? Asked Hugo Aguilar. I mean, it's growing. It's not there yet, but it's definitely growing. A lot of that has to do with the women's national team. And honestly, what I personally remember is when ESPN signed a huge deal to broadcast Premier League games, and Cristiano Ronaldo was like 24 ish. And he was just scoring insane goals, so, like, ESPN would play those all the time, plus they had the rights, so they would show a lot of it. I think that helped a lot, with my generation. LaMarcus Watkins, what up, Rick? Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you. And Indigo, happy early birthday. Thank you. You can get at me next week. Let's see. LD says, I don't know about Russell, but I live 2 houses away from Rocky Marciano and Marvin Hagler. Was Rocky Marciano from Youngstown, Ohio? Where Kelly Pavlik is also from? No, he's not from Youngstown. There is a boxer from Youngstown. I don't remember who it is, though. Yeah, I can't remember. Sorry, I butchered that. Let's see. Oh, wax is in vinyl. Got it. To answer your question from what felt like years ago, no, I'm not a DJ. No, this just appealed to me. I thought it looked good and also something I'm passionate about and that I like, so went with it. I'm sorry, Marlon Nanya said, "Love your channel, thank you." Gaz said, "Thanks once again, Rick, for responding. Your interaction with people/watchers is fantastic." No, thank you. You guys are awesome. Again, I'm not. Yes, that's who it was. Who was that? John. John said Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Thank you. That's who it is. Mancini, Marciano. No, thank you. Again, I've said this 5 million times. Like we wouldn't do what we do without you guys. We are nothing without you guys. Period. End of story. Jihad said, "Hello, all from," and I'm sorry if I said that incorrectly. If I did, please spell it out so I could correct myself. Said, "Hello, all from London, Ontario, Canada. Yes, Buffalo Sabres need to move to Canada." Good one. Um, let's see. Shoot, hang on. It keeps refreshing and like moving where I was, so I got to go back. Omni said Arsenal needs better ownership. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they said the big four sports in America. That's why I was like Manchester United. Oh, but that doesn't count because it's not the big four. But yeah, Arsenal, 100%. Daniel Eck, the Spotify guy, was reportedly interested. He expressed his interest on Twitter. A lot of media outlets ran with it, and then you know didn't happen. You dig? Jihad, excuse me. Jihad said Minnesota Timberwolves, which I also agree with. Shane said the Knicks. Mackenzie said I like the soccer answers too. All right, so we'll count it. Malleable 1986. You want to not be Samantha B? I don't understand your comment. Country Corey said Cowboys definitely. We are suffering from Jerry Jones doing Jimmy Johnson wrong. 100%. That's why I'm like, I know it's not a popular opinion because it's like, oh, it's Jerry, but he hasn't done shit. He's done nothing. You are America's team, right? Um, let's be real about this. You guys have done nothing, nothing with that guy running your football ops and being the chairman of your team. New blood. It's time. It's overdue. LD's got to go. So peace out, LD. Malleable said, I think people are jealous of Jazz fans. Their team is badass. Well, we're definitely not jealous of the fans. In case you haven't seen, check out the piece we did on John Morant. But yeah, their team's solid. Will the Lakers win another championship with LeBron and AD? Probably. Got to get healthy. Omni said ESPN got La Liga again, so that's dope. Yeah, it's huge. That sucks for being. Dark underscore unit says just joined. What happened? Oh man, you missed everything. Let's see. Mackenzie says Quebec City still needs a squad, and Mackenzie disagrees with. I'm blanking on it, but whoever said that the Sabres need to move. Progman says Scrooge, screw Jerry Jones. Alrighty then. Love it. Yo, Mackenzie's coming in with the heat. Also, fuck Stan Kroenke forever. He was an absolute scumbag to the city of St. Louis and has treated Arsenal fans hardly any better. Game, set, match. 100%. 100%. Um, so yeah, like I think we need to go back for a second though, because ESPN's reporting when that move was made was that Jerry Jones he's basically the straw that stirs the owners' drink. Okay. And there was a phenomenal piece in ESPN about a week ago of a former politician who's deceased was going to investigate Spygate with the Patriots. And the now deceased politician's son said that he was offered essentially a bribe. Like, there's money in Palm Beach for you. The politician never revealed who it was, but the son did. It was Donald Trump, allegedly. And that's what ESPN reported as well. But there was a blurb that I recall from that article, which said Jerry Jones like loved having Trump as president because he could call him up whenever he wanted because like Trump would do whatever he wants. Always. Jerry Jones holds significant power, okay, over all other owners in the NFL. The LA move happened because Jerry Jones wanted it to happen. He saw a huge opportunity for the league to make money, and I believe for Jerry Jones to make money. A rising tide lifts all ships, as they say. However, with Jerry, I believe he has an ownership stake in SoFi. You know what the new Rams stadium is called in Inglewood? SoFi Stadium. It was a business move. Stan Kroenke knows as well. Like, obviously, you're gonna. This sucks to say, but if your team is in LA, by default, you're probably gonna make more. So that's the T. Either Nets or Philly are winning the finals this season. East team this season. I tend to agree. The Bloody Sock said, "Talk about Ainge." Okay. Um, so long and short, if you missed our piece, Danny Ainge said he does not care about what NBA players think. The question was centered on injustice, social justice, and he only named two people who he cares to hear from. And like himself, they are two older white men. Their names are Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich. I am not dismissing them at all because I think they are brilliant minds on this subject. But he said he doesn't care to hear from any NBA player because he's around them all the time. There was a lot of coded language in his answer, but he basically just wanted them to shut up and dribble. In our view, that is incredibly wrong. Incredibly wrong. I also didn't see prior to his stepping down how anybody could play for him. He thinks athletes should shut up and dribble, yet when he was asked, great research by the Twitter handle at Resist Programming, RZST Programming. He was asked at a Celtics facility, hey, what do you think about the upcoming season? He smiles, laughs, and goes, Mitt Romney would be a great president. We need to elect Governor Romney. But when it comes to social justice, I don't want to hear what athletes think. I don't care what athletes think. They should shut up and dribble. Well, that's a little hypocritical, isn't it? So to see Danny Ainge step down is not surprising. He made some moves that I agreed with. He made some moves that I disagreed with. But you cannot miss me with that bullshit. There's a way to think about certain things, okay? Yeah, exactly. He took the words out of my mouth, Antonio. He showed his true colors. That's it. Don't say you don't care about athletes and their political views when you are an established athlete. The only reason you got there was because you played well for that team. They gave you a chance to be an executive. You are an athlete representing a sports team, saying you don't care about athletes' opinions, telling them to shut up and dribble, and here you are talking about how Mitt Romney's great. No, sorry. So misguided. So bad. So bad. If I were hitting free agency, right, and he was still there and I saw that, why would I go play for him? Why would I go play for him? I hate it. Luke says, who would you say is the best GM right now in terms of caring for their players? Pressey. Sam Pressey's definitely in there. I don't know about the personal executive to player relationship, so I'm not really sure. That's a good comment. Henry says, did they ever tell Kurt Schilling to shut up and pitch? That's a emphatic no from me, dog. Sorry, my nose is itchy. My allergies suck. That's a no. As a matter of fact, they welcomed him on Fox News. He's like a crazy conspiracy theorist bitch, that guy. He is awful. Ugh. Awful, awful human being. Asia from Brooklyn says, hey, happy Friday. Star emoji. Happy Friday to you. Celtics fans like me brandish a lot of that loyalty to the old guard blindly. Yeah, I get it. Luke said, imagine Brett Favre if he still played and saying those things. That's the thing. He would never say this while he's playing because he knew. He knew. I mean, what I did find interesting was I believe Favre was still a player when Paul Ryan continued to use the Green Bay Packers as a political prop because the town owns the team. And there were plenty of Packers who spoke out, but I do not remember Brett Favre doing so, which doesn't surprise me. Like that is an old conservative ideology, which is gotta stay neutral. We just gotta stay neutral. No, you don't. I remember seeing a story where Kim Pagula said, like, "I think it's great what the players are doing about social justice. I think it's wonderful and blah, blah, blah." Meanwhile, she took that same stance, the neutrality stance, when Colin Kaepernick was pushed out of the league. Again, a very old school conservative way of thinking of like, well, if we say nothing, it's probably better, or if we stay neutral, it's probably better. Rarely, if ever, especially with those situations, should you ever stay neutral. You should not. But we're cut from a different cloth, man. Those are billionaires. Those are billionaires thinking, how can I protect my assets by saying as little as possible? That's it. LVTV says Brett Favre likes to opine a lot for a guy who doesn't like players talking. That's a great comment. Yeah. He thinks players shouldn't kneel. They should stick to the game. They shouldn't speak out. Black players shouldn't speak out when black people are 3 times more likely to be killed by police. But hey, let me talk about policing in America with Eric Bolling, who once uttered on Fox News, "Shouldn't all lives matter?" Let me talk about that. You guys remember me. I'm Brett Favre. I'm an NFL Hall of Famer. Let me talk about defunding the police. Again, miss me with that bullshit. These guys are so hypocritical, man. It's not surprising. No one should be surprised by this. I like that comment. Damon said neutrality is just complicity. I agree. William Johnson said, "What part of the game is sending dick pics?" Brett Favre is an overrated quarterback, always choked in the playoffs, said Yin Yang. Yeah. Um, I think it's pretty disappointing that he only won a single Super Bowl. And I'm a Bears fan who really likes and appreciates Aaron Rodgers. It'll be disappointing if he retires only with one. Whoops. It will be. Whoa. There we go. Holly said, "I never liked Brett Favre. I always liked Steve Young when I was younger." Yeah, my uncle and my dad really like Steve Young. Yeah, Brett Favre's a bigot, man. There's no two ways around it. Yeah, Ying Yang also brought up a good comment. Desmond Howard was the MVP in Favre's Super Bowl. So Jamal Bowman had a really, really good thread on this, where it's like, how can you be against Black Lives Matter? Like, you benefited from your black teammates. You benefited directly from your black teammates. You cannot do this all lives matter crap, man. You can't. You would be nowhere without your black teammates. Nowhere. If you Google like Jamal Bowman tweet Brett Favre, you'll see it. It's great. Great stuff. How about Antonio Freeman? How about it? Antonio Freeman was awesome. Tabula Rasa said no debate there. Appreciate it. What I think my fondest memory of Antonio Freeman was when caught a touchdown pass after breaking his jaw and was like going to the crowd to do the Lambeau leap, and he like was pretending to go and then stopped, and he like touches jaw on his face mask because he didn't want to hurt it more because you know what's going to happen. Watch any Lambeau leap. Folks go into the stands, they get the crap beaten out of them in a good way, of course, by their own fans. So, yeah, It's one of my fondest memories. That's another good comment. Shane said Favre didn't just turn this way, he was always this way. I agree with that too. I completely agree with that. All right, y'all. It's been 90 minutes. It's been an hour and a half. I appreciate everybody joining me. Every Friday, y'all. Every Friday, we're gonna do this. We've done it. I don't know, numerous times. Oh shit, Joshua Howard. Thank you for the 5. Life imitating art. The movie Great White Hype. Very funny. Happening in real time this Sunday. Okay, cool. Awesome. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody tuning in every Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. We will be live. This is a conversation between you and I every single Friday. So I will see you guys then. Fun as hell. And we'll talk then. And if you haven't seen it, before I sign off, if you haven't seen it, youtube.com/TYT Sports. A lot of the comments that I was getting was about content we've done. So check those out as well. All right, y'all. Have a good weekend.